Invader Vol I was sort of written, produced in the fashion that we've done most of our recordings over the years. I don't think we set out to do it, but the theme definitely became very much about kind of speaking out for the underdogs, encouraging maybe people that are searching to find their place in the world and where to fit in. You know, our fans and the people we meet on the road through Facebook and Twitter and whatever, and they share with us a lot about what's going on with them. And we felt that was a very timely kind of thing to talk about, people struggling to find their identity and where to fit in the world, which I think we all struggle with at some point. So that kind of became the underlining theme of the record, but it's still got quite a triumphant, upbeat kind of vibe about it.
Yeah, it was exciting working on that because it was the first project that we'd done that basically our fans got in behind us, and we didn't make it with record label money, and we basically did a Kickstarter type fundraiser, and our friends and fans from here in the US and all over the world and back in New Zealand or whatever all contributed, which is how we funded the project. So that was super exciting, making music that people had shown us that they really believed in what we're doing by contributing to getting it made, you know. So we were able to make that and the new album with the proceeds from raising that money. So it's kind of in two parts, and the first part was sort of more upbeat, poppy kind of classic, big synthesizers and that sort of thing, like what Rapture Ruckus kind of does, and then it sort of leads into the new record, I guess, which is kind of the opposite of that.
We finished Invader Vol II, which was quite exciting. Instead of working in a normal recording studio environment, we decided what would Rapture Ruckus sound like, stripped back, performing and writing in a garage, and try to capture some of the vibes and emotions we felt from the bands we grew up listening to in the 90s. It was very fun to make. It was a little bit frustrating at times, not having our usual palette of tools, but we definitely found that working outside of your comfort zone pushes you to places that you've never been before. A lot of the greatest periods through history of art have come out of times of great struggle. So we found putting ourselves in a bit of a struggle, we created something we really loved.
Jesus walks, without action to your faith, it's just talks.
Although we put a bunch of rules around what we could use, we didn't sort of put any rules around what we could play or what we could talk about. I think it's a lot more expressive, a lot more abstract, maybe. I mean, you're always going to get the same sort of ruckus themes coming through because it's my voice and what I talk about, you know, so there's a lot of, you know, kind of lifting people up.
I'm living, breathing evidence that there's a God and that He's real and that He's into changing people's lives. And 12 years ago at a stage in my life where I was abusing drugs almost every day, stumbling down a steep, dark path, the Creator of the universe, Jesus Christ, invaded my world.
They belong, that they're worthwhile, that there's a reason that they're here. They have a purpose, and even if at times all of us struggle with figuring out what that is and what that looks like and where we fit and why the stuff that's going on in our worlds is happening around us or whatever, that there's a reason, and you know, it's bigger than us, and that we all have a part to play and we all have a purpose and we all belong, you know. And I think if people could really grab a hold of that, then it can really change your life and your perspective, you know, that you are uniquely crafted and special, you know. That's huge.